Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to calculate the midpoint of a straight line and also understand parallel lines, so gradient of parallel lines and perpendicular lines, and how to use them in problem solving. So here we have the first example. It says M is the midpoint of this line segment AB. How will you work out its coordinates of this one? But we have the coordinates of point A is 0, 2, and point B is 12 and 8. Now, to find the middle point here, now how we do this one? Can you see the middle point here, the coordinate, the x coordinate. So the x is going to be, is halfway between both the x's. Can you see? This is the x of this one, and this is the x for B, is 12, and this is the x for A. This is where it is, and this is the x for M. And if you see, the x is right in the middle between these 2 points, this is 0 and 12. So how do you find the coordinate x of M? So we take away 12, take away 0. So let's say if we label this as x2 and y2, and the point A, we label them as x1 and y1, then we're going to have x2 take away x1 divided by 2, all right? x2 is 12, take away 0 divided by 2, answer is 6, right? So this is the x for M. And how about the y? We do exactly the same. y2 take away y1 divided by 2 equals 8, take away 2 divided by 2 equals 4 divided 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Okay, equals 3. So this is the y for M. So the coordinates of point M are going to be 6 and 3. 6 and 3. Okay, so yeah, 12, take away 0, yeah, 6. Take away 0, this one here, equals 6, y, and then 8 take away 2 is 4, 4 divided, take away 2 is 6, and divided by 2 is 3, so 60, x is 6, so this one would be 6, 6 and 3, right? So this is how I do it. So remember, take away this point from this point divided by 2, x2 take away x1 divided by 2, y2 take away y1 divided by 2, right? Let's have a look at another example. Now the parallel lines. Parallel lines, remember, parallel lines have the same gradient. It's exactly the same gradient. But it doesn't mean that C is the same for both of them. So if you are given an example like this one, you need to find the C, the y-intercept for the second line. Now, the question says, find an equation of the line parallel to AB that passes through the point -3, 5. -3, so this is the second line, passes through this point. Now, we know that parallel lines have the same gradient, so we get the gradient. So calculate the gradient for the first line. And how do the gradient? So M is going to be changing Y. So we have the point Y2 take away Y1 over change in X is X2 take away X1 equals Y2. So we said 8 take away 2 over 12 take away 0 equals 6 over 12 equals 1/2. This is how much the M is 1/2. Now, we need to find the C. We know the equation of the straight line graph. It looks like this, mx plus C. Substitute the 1/2, y equals 1/2 x plus C. Just a C, it's not a 6, is a C. Okay, C. Right, now, but if you look at the question again, the question says our line goes to the point -3, 5. So we have to substitute -3 for the x of 5 for the y. 5 equals -3 over 2 times 1/2 plus c. So substituting the x, I substituted the x straight away, plus the c. And so minus 3 over 2 is minus 1.5. So minus 1.5 here, which means we'll add 1.5 on both sides and add 1.5 to cross them out. I did this bit here straight away. So 5 plus 1.5 becomes 6.5. So C for our line, the new line, is 6.5. And now substitute the C here in this equation, and this is what the equation of the new line is going to look like. Y equals 1/2 x plus 6.5, right? So this is the equation, just like that, right? Can you see the gradient is exactly the same as the gradient here of the first line. Now, but for perpendicular lines, it is different, because perpendicular lines, the gradients are not the same, but actually the gradient of the second line, to find the gradient of the second line, just flip the gradient of the first line and multiply it by minus. So let's have a look. For example, if the gradient of one line is 3, then the new line is going to have the gradient minus 1/3. So you flip the 3, becomes 1/3, and add the minus 1/3. So this is the gradient of the new line that is perpendicular with the first line. So this is an example here. So line A and B are perpendicular and intersect at 3.33. If line A has this equation, what is the equation of line B? So we have the equation of line A. That means we can get the gradient and at the same time calculate the gradient of line B. So let's have a look at this one. Now we have 3y minus x equals 6. Now the general formula of the equation is y equals mx plus c, which means we need to rearrange this one a little bit. So we're going to have 3y equals x plus 6 divided by 3 both sides to get the y by itself, okay? So y equals 1/3 x plus 6 divided by 3, because you divide by 3, every single term, 6 divided by 3 plus 2. So this is the equation of the first line, and this is the gradient. Now, for the second line. Now, the gradient of the second line, it is going to be, actually, it is, we flip. So it's going to be, if you flip 1/3, becomes 3. Okay, so turn it upside down. And then add a 1, add a minus is minus 3. So the equation of the second line is going to look like this, minus 3x plus c, because the c's are different. Although they are perpendicular, the gradient, we found the gradient, that doesn't mean that we found the c. And how can we get the c? It says both lines intersect at 3, 3. So why don't we substitute? So we have 3 equals minus 3 times 3 plus c. So 3 equals minus 9 plus c. Now 12 equals c. There you go. C is 12. And so substitute here, and the equation of our new line is going to look like this, plus 12. And I'm going to put this in a square, because this is the equation that I'm looking for. Right, so yeah, so this is how you calculate it one by one, and especially if you are given coordinates of some points or maybe 2 points, that is for a reason. And the main reason would be either find the gradient or find the c, or you can find both of them. So it depends on the equation. So look at this question again back, and try to understand better the strategies that I've used. And you can use these strategies for your own examples. Thank you very much for watching my steps. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.